Something massive is happening in Kenya right now. Not a protest, not just another scandal. This feels different.
I, William Samoei Ruto,
for the first time in Kenya's history, citizens might actually vote to remove their president from office. This isn't just a talk. This is turning into a full-blown constitutional crisis.
Yule jamaa hana mpango yoyote. Nilimngojea kwa debate akatoroka kwa sababu hana mpango. Na huyo mtu bahati yake ya kuja kwa debate. Nilikuwa nimempangia mbaya mbovu. Huyo mtu angetoka hapo.
In 2022, William Ruto rose to power as the hustler president, the man who was supposed to stand with the people.
the damage they are doing to the people and the economy of Kenya. Kwa hii taxes wanaongeza usiku na mchana. Na mimi nataka niwaulize watu wa hapa Manga. Tunawaambia ya kwamba tutengeneze hiyo serikali inakuja ambayo inaelewa lugha ya mwananchi wa kawaida. Watu wa Manga mko tayari?
But somewhere along the way, something broke.
The government is now targeting farmers to raise more revenue to fund its projects and widen its tax net. A medium-term revenue strategy posted by Treasury Cabinet Secretary Professor Njuguna Ndung'u and seen by Citizen TV shows that the government now wants every farmer delivering their produce to the markets to pay 5 shillings for every 100 shillings obtained from sales.
Fuel prices shot up.
A litre of petrol in October 2022 was 108 shillings. Today it's at 217 shillings per litre. With 23% drop in crude oil prices, petrol should ideally retail at 147 shillings per litre. Why are we paying 217 shillings per litre instead of the ideal 147 shillings per litre?
Basic goods became unaffordable.
Please tell me, what is the justification of raising the VAT on bread from 0 to 16%?
We had a very long conversation with Long Treasury.
And his government flooded with cronies.
President William Ruto is the most corrupt political leader in Kenya.
Private jets and a 1 trillion shilling budget.
Our next story is about Kenya, about their president, William Ruto, who is on a state visit to the US. It's the first state visit by a Kenyan president in over 2 decades, the first since 2003. It's also the first time in 16 years that an African leader is on a US state visit. So it is quite significant, but that's not what it's making news for. President Ruto is being slammed, not because he's in the US, but because of how he chose to get there. He decided to fly in a luxury jet. He chartered a Boeing 737-700 business jet from an Emirati company, the Royal Jet Group. He hired it for about 200 million Kenyan shillings. That's $1.5 million US. Ruto pulled out all the stops. He brought along an entourage of more than 30 people, which includes a famous Kenyan comedian. Everyone traveled to the US in style on the Kenyan taxpayers' dime, and this, more than anything else, has triggered the backlash.
Ruto's government has faced accusations of greed and corruption with policies that have fueled economic instability.
The president said, "We do not have money," but somehow there was always money for luxury. The streets started rambling. A hashtag turned into a movement. Hashtag Ruto must go became more than a slogan. It became a demand.
Virginia Wamboi, nimeweza kufika hapa juu mimi actually nimechoka na Ruto. Ruto, unafaa ukumbuke ulikuwa unauza kuku. You are once a hustler. Sasa mbona umesahau pali umetoka alafu umekuwa milionea na unaona vile unatufanyia vibaya. You must go Ruto, hatukutaki. Inakula kwa sababu niko na hasira na nitoa hasira Ruto. We don't want you in that chair. We want that chair empty. You're a manipulative, narcissistic liar and we don't want you. You must go.
Then came the petition. A group of human rights lawyers walked into court and dropped a bomb. They said, President Ruto has violated the Constitution more than 30 times. and they demanded the ultimate accountability, a national referendum to remove him from office. It has never happened before in Kenya, but the constitution, our constitution, makes it possible. And just to test the waters, someone ran a poll on X, formerly Twitter. Simple question: if a national referendum to remove President Ruto was held today, how would you vote? The results? 91% voted yes. Yes to remove him. Yes to end it now. That's not just opposition. That's a country at its boiling point. Of course, it is not that simple. Ruto's lawyers say he's untouchable while in office.
Attorney General Justin Muturi kwa upande wake amepiga vikali kesi hii huku akieleza kuwa sheria hairuhusu mtu yeyote kumstaki rais akiwa mamlakani.
That only parliament can deal with this. Not to forget, the parliament of Kenya is fed by the president. He's pocketed the parliament. They cannot bite the hand that feeds them.
Rais alimaliza bunge kabisa, hata hatuna bunge la Kenya.
Kwa nini msiende nyumbani?
Sisi wabunge tunakula pesa bure. Hakuna kitu tunaweza saidia wa Kenya kwa sasa. Hata tukimeki policy. Hata tukimeki policies zote zitaenda kungeuziwa State House.
That is really dangerous, mheshimiwa.
Hakuna haja ya kuwa na bunge Kenya.
Including kesho unasema kipenga kipulizwe na muende home.
Kila mbunge aende nyumbani. Hakuna kitu tumesaidia Kenya now.
Are you serious with this?
I am very serious.
Kwamba bunge limefeli and it's time kila mmoja aende nyumbani.
Hata ukitengeneza sheria gani haifuatwi. Sasa wewe unatekeleza sheria gani kama haifuatwi?
So what choice do the people have? They are tired of waiting for parliament.
Lazima tubadilishe sheria ya impeachment. Ikue wakati mtu anafaa kuwa impeached, inakuwa kama referendum. Wananchi waongee, sisi viongozi hapa.
This isn't just about one man anymore. It's about who really holds power in Kenya. The elite, the people.
It is the people who hire and fire governments, and we will prove them on Tuesday that it is the people of Kenya who will make the decision to take Kenya forward.
What we are watching could be the beginning of something historic, not just for Kenya, but for democracies in Africa. Because if a sitting president can be removed by the very people who elected him, then maybe the system isn't broken. Maybe it's just waking up.